Morning YouTube. Here's a video I've been working on for a while. Sorry, it's been a few weeks since I've done a video. I've just been, like everyone else, been busy. But the rain on the weekends is killing me. And then it's either, if it's not raining, I'm doing leaves and what have you. So just been too busy to finish up some videos. I have a couple of videos that I haven't finalized yet. This is one of them. So it is coming into the holidays. It's this is the week of I'm filming this right now. This is the week of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is this coming Thursday. But so I just want to finalize this one and get this one out before Thanksgiving. One of the other things I want to do is I want to throw a shout out to a buddy of mine. He's got a band, local band. It's an acoustic rock kind of country cover band. They do a nice different spin on different songs, popular songs, and they book local events here in Massachusetts. They're called the Pickpockets. I'll put a link to them in the description. You should check them out. They're just starting out. They've done some local events and stuff like that, and they got a nice spin on different types of current music, some older music, but it's good. They have a buddy of mine is in the band, and he's been playing with them for a while, and they do a different spin on the band. It's a neat little version of the current cover, so you should check them out. Get their subscribers up, and get them some love on YouTube. So that would really make me happy and help them out. It'd be good. So. In this video coming up, so this video is something I had started a while ago. I'd needed to do some maintenance on the 18G, as well as I haven't touched it in a while. So as far as doing maintenance, basically. So I haven't done the oil since a while ago, and it was also running rough. I think that was one of my drivers for pushing this video. That's what it was. So a while ago when I was mowing the grass, it would get a little bogged down, going in some of the deep grass. And the funny thing is, it would get bogged down, but when I ran that 8123, that would zip up the hill. So I'm like, okay, maybe there's a carburetor issue. So I cleaned the carb, put new filters on, run into some issues as always. You go to fix one thing and two other things show up that you need to fix. But here's the video finally, after a while. Thanks for you guys being patient and sticking around. Hope to get new material out over the Thanksgiving break. I'm still working on a bunch of stuff, but hope to get some more videos out soon. So hope you like the video, and if you can, check out the Pickpockets. They're on YouTube, they're on Instagram, Facebook page. Check them out. Oh, that sucks. I just noticed. What the hell did I hit? Oh man, did I run over something? That's flatter than a pancake. Oh, that sucks. That sucks big time. So I guess that's what I'm working on now, to figure out what that is. What the heck did I run over? There's like nothing over here. Man. Now I gotta jack this up and take all the weights off, and oh man. Well, thought this was just gonna be a simple job, but so it goes. Well, let's take a closer look. Yeah, this is definitely looks like it's tubeless. So maybe, hopefully we're just lucky and just broke a bead right here, which I don't know why I suddenly would, but I'm gonna get some air, throw some air in it, and then see what happens. Hope I don't see anything in the tire that's like I hit something. If I have to throw a tube in it, I'll throw a tube in it. But I don't see anything in it. But yeah, let's throw some air in and see if we can get it to seal up, and we'll keep an eye on it. Can't hear anything with that stupid compressor going. I can't really see anything, so I'm just gonna, wipe the rim down, throw it back on, and hopefully, maybe, I haven't put air or checked the air in these tires since since I put them back on the tractor back during COVID. So good chance that it was just low, and I just finally just broke a bead or something like that. So hopefully maybe we'll get lucky. So I'll throw it back on, leave the weights off for now, and just keep an eye on it. And now back to our regular schedule programming. All right, carburetor was surprisingly very clean. I guess that has to do with the fact that it's a plastic gas tank, so that definitely helps as opposed to some of my other tractors that are middle gas tanks and have a little bit of rust in them and just build up rust over time. So definitely helps. So that's definitely a plus. So this is done. So the next thing I'm gonna do while I'm in here, might as well do some service, is replace some of these gas lines just to make sure that they're not drying out. I'm going to replace the fuel filter, so I'm basically do from the fuel filter all the way to the fuel pump, the one after the fuel pump with the gas line, and then see if I can replace the diaphragm as well on the fuel pump. So I'll be back. All right, let's crack this open. Let's hopefully I do not wreck the gasket, because I do not have a spare. Came off pretty easy. That's good. Oh, well, I guess that answers that question, how clean that is. I don't think I've ever seen any of my carbs that clean. So I don't think it might be just that throttle cable was in the wrong spot. So we'll flush it. We'll throw some. I'll do some wires through it. I'm actually afraid to disassemble it here because I think it looks in mint condition. So I'm just going to throw some wires through the holes, just hit it with Carb Clean, and put it back together. So I got it off. Definitely a little bit dirty, but let's crack it open and see how dirty it is on the inside. Hopefully it's not too bad. But one of the things I did notice was, I don't know if you saw it in the video, or if my hand gets it, yeah, right here. So, like I said, I was having problems with some like high-end RPMs, and I would floor it, but it just wouldn't go. And I thought this was in the right spot, and I totally missed this, and it was not attached to here. So when I go to put this back, I want to make sure that a couple things. So I also have a throttle limiter right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is the this is so it just doesn't max out the RPMs, but what I'll do when I go to put it back on, I'll make sure I'm hitting the high end that I need to hit of RPMs, and we'll go from there. And then I'll probably, hopefully, I don't want to crack the manifold off, the intake manifold. I'd rather not. So I want to see if I can get possibly replace the pump over here as well, the pump diaphragm. So let's go crack this open and see what it looks like. All right, carburetor was surprisingly very clean. I guess that has to do with the fact that it's a plastic gas tank, so that definitely helps as opposed to some of my other tractors that are middle gas tanks and have a little bit of rust in them and just build up rust over time. So definitely helps. So that's definitely a plus. So this is done. So the next thing I'm gonna do while I'm in here, might as well do some service, is replace some of these gas lines just to make sure that they're not drying out. I'm going to replace the fuel filter, so I'm basically do from the fuel filter all the way to the fuel pump, the one after the fuel pump with the gas line, and then see if I can replace the diaphragm as well on the fuel pump. So I'll be back. So I got the carb back on, got fuel line replaced, got a new fuel filter, locked down the cables locked down. Actually got to tighten this one over here now that I think of it, for the choke. Tighten that one up, so that one's not locked down. So I took a spark plug out, and I'll show you in a second. And of all the tractors I have, another set of good lucks. That's a really good looking spark plug, considering. I'll just probably clean it real quick and then throw it back in, but that looks probably the best one I've seen on any of my tractors in a long time. So I'm gonna just clean up the two spark plugs, and then we'll start it up, prime the system real quick, and then I'll see if this by itself gives me the high end that I'm looking for. If it doesn't, then I'll make an adjustment to the stop. So I don't want to adjust the stop because it's already been there, so we'll see. So I got the pump out. It looks in decent shape. On the plus side, there's not a lot of rust in it. There's a little bit, but nothing that I'm overly worried about. So as you can see, there's a little bit right here, which is on the back side. Front side looks relatively clean. Here's what our new one looks like. One thing I did notice is this is pretty flimsy, so we'll see what the new one does. So I'll put a new one in and see what we get. Hopefully it's pretty sure before I open this, let me check the size of it. Should be the same size. Yeah, it's even torn a little bit. Actually split, yeah. So it should be the same. Should be the same. So let's get it open and we'll get it in. I only had a knife. So this one's pretty much just as flimsy, but it's not splitting, whereas the other one was. And the springs are rusted, so I'm gonna put this in. And you got to put them in. And those of you who've never replaced them before, so there's a T-bar on it. So you basically have to put it in and then rotate it so it locks it. So you gotta just find out what direction it's supposed to go in. Because I stupidly didn't look at it before I put it in. Took it out, I should say. So it should go in very easy one way and then rotate it. Let's see. And it should lock. When you rotate it 90 degrees, it should lock in place. There we go. It's a little sprung, but it's definitely, yeah, definitely got more pressure. It's not popping out. So. All right, let's put I'm gonna put a new fuel line on the output. Put that off. Everything else looks good. Maybe I'll clean it off and then we'll drop it in.